Okay, it's time to work on the Craftsman DYS5500. I don't know how much of this I'm going to get on video. I'm not really in the mood to record much, but I will do a little bit of recording of what I'm doing. The plan is to change out both front spindles. As you can see, this thinks it's going left and the other tire thinks it's going right. So I'm going to change out the spindles. The axle seems fine. I'm going to try this first, and if that does fix it, we're good. I'm thinking this machine probably hit something, since the heat shield for the muffler is also pretty well gone. It's definitely had some rough front end life. The deck actually looks fine on this particular machine. The front guide wheels look good as well. So just bear with me, please. Like I said, I will get some of this on recording. Just don't know how much as of right now. So the first step when you're doing something like this, you got to get it up off the ground. Get your both front tires off. You got to loosen up your tie rods right here and right here. Remember, there will be grease in these fittings here, and don't forget to re-grease these when you're done. Also, your bushings, if you're replacing all the bushings, make sure you replace them all. If you're reusing your bushings like I'm doing, just make sure everything goes back into place where it was. I'll show you the new parts in a second that I received. I was debating on a used front end or just basically the steering knuckles. I chose to go with brand new parts. I think my axle's fine. I did discuss this in a previous video. Since it's a cast iron axle, if it was to get any damage, it would break, it would not bend. So that's just the way these are. If you remember that John Deere I had about 2.5 years ago or so, it had a broken front axle. It had the cast iron front axle. He hit something and he broke it. I'm kind of wondering if they replaced the axle on this, but they didn't replace the spindles, and the spindles are still screwed up from whatever happened to the machine. It's just a possibility. I really don't know the history on this machine. The hood's pretty badly banged up as well at the bottom, so that could explain a few things. But the front of the frame looks good. So either way it goes with this particular machine, the deck's good. Tires are decent. Transmission's good. The engine's good, surprisingly, considering how many hours it has. I actually just replaced the ignition switch in it from the same parts place I got everything else from. This one, the ignition key wouldn't go all the way in when you were running the machine. The key tends to fall out. But it's all good now. It even stays in while it's on. With this machine here, it's interesting. The seat safety has been bypassed. And the Poulon Pro I have, the seat safety has also been bypassed on that machine as well. Both of these machines are actually pretty close in match. They both have hour meters. They're both similar styles. They both actually use the same front end components, but one's a Poulon and this one's a Craftsman. But this here is a GT, and that one there is not. So, anyways, this is a really simple job. Really, there's no point recording this job anyways. Like I said, just follow my steps I already laid out, and you'll be able to get this job done. Just don't forget to re-grease everything when you're done. Okay, lastly, here's the parts I did end up ordering. Here is one of the new steering arms, knuckles, whatever you want to call it. The other one's in here as well. One's a left, one's a right. Then there's another bushing in here. I don't remember ordering it, but it's here. I don't even really know where it goes. So it's here. I did check the invoice. I did order it, but I don't remember ordering it. And I also ordered 2 new dust caps for the top of the spindles, because they do normally wreck when you take them off. Also, this one on this side here, I did replace with another one that I had. And this one here, I believe, is the one that was on the machine. So anyways, I'm going to put these parts back in the box, make sure nothing gets banged around. Definitely don't want the same thing to happen to my new parts as what's happened to my old parts. And if this does fix this, I might end up doing the Poulon. The Poulon has a similar problem. It's not as bad as this machine here, but it does have a similar problem with the front end. So, anyways, that's where we are for right now. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.